Hi, this video is part of our strategic planning series and is intended as a broad overview of the logic model and strategic planning process for your entire coalition. I'm Laura Bayless. I'm a research scientist with PIRE, and I'll be leading you through this video. So the goal of the Phase 5 process is for the team to create a logic model and a theory of change that will be the backbone of the strategic plan. The coalition will continue working with the same CDC strategy as was selected in Phase 3, as well as the needs assessment and environmental scan completed during Phase 4. There are 4 key steps to creating the logic model. First, we identify the specific suicide outcome the logic model is addressing. Second, we identify the specific CDC strategy and approach that the logic model will address. Third, we identify the local conditions that need to change to enact that prevention strategy. And then finally, we identify the outcomes that will measure progress. By the end of this process, your coalition will have your own logic model filled in with input from each of the 5 steps, and your own theory of change, where you'll take the core elements of your logic model and add them Mad Lib style into a series of 3 if-then statements, like this example. So our first step is identifying the problem of practice. In our logic model, the problem of practice includes 2 elements: the priority behavior or life experience, that's the specific outcome that the coalition wants to address. And second, the population of focus, which is who the coalition wants to focus its efforts on. And then we'll support these 2 elements through quantitative data and cite our data source to maintain credibility. The second step is linking that problem statement with a CDC strategy or approach for preventing suicide. This is done by reviewing the coalition's Phase 2 and 3 work where a CDC strategy was selected. The Phase 5 team will review the CDC technical package that describes the strategy and select from the approaches associated with that strategy while thinking about your group's priority and which approach aligns best. Moving on to step 3, the goal of a logic model is to support coalitions in narrowing down the possibilities of intervention so they can select the intervention that has the greatest potential for driving positive outcomes. So the third step is to specifically state what local conditions need to change to drive these positive outcomes in the community. Here's where we'll use local data from the Phase 4 needs assessment and select the best intervention, meaning the one that is the best fit for your community. A first step is to localize the data by identifying the risk and protective factors and contributing conditions to ensure that the intervention selected drives the intended outcomes. So in this step, the team reviews the coalition's Phase 4 work, thinks about the specific data point that led the group to select the CDC approach, backs it up with data, and adds it to the logic model. The good news is that the logic model is simply a mirror image of itself. So in this 4th step, the team will convert the problem of practice into a longer-term outcome, convert the CDC prevention strategy and approach into a statement of desired impact, convert the local conditions into shorter-term outcomes. And you now have a complete logic model. The team will then turn that logic model into a complete theory of change. So filling in each of these statements from the logic model. Here's our example. And that's it. Thanks for watching.